Hello, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's section of reads. This should be on the YouTube channel James13 Wicca in case you're seeing it somewhere else. Um, if you are interested in the dice or the decks I'm using for these readings, those are listed below. Other than that, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching. Let's get into your choice. Hello, Libra. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Libra? Are you being blocked? Or is it just like limited access? There might be limited access, okay. Limited access. Is that going to change? Yeah. Okay. There's limited access. I don't think it's always been that way. But I feel like it's not going to stay that way. I don't think it's going to stay that way. Why is it now? It's interesting. Is there a getting to know you phase or something? Like, what's going on here? There's like this rule energy going on here. And it just seems like it just, boof, jumped right in front of you. That's how it feels to me. Like, it just, boof, jumped. It's like, here. Boundary, like bam. It's like, but that wasn't there before. Well, it's here now. And I don't think it's always been that way. You've had easy access to the situation in a way that you wanted. Whatever you wanted to know, it didn't seem that it was that much of a challenge to find the answer. One way or another, you could get the answer if you decided you wanted it. But the current energy, well, there's a lot all coming in at once. It feels like this is how it's going to be from now on, and there's nothing I can do about it. That's the first energy I'm getting. I don't think that's how it's going to be, but until things kind of go forward a little bit, I don't know that we're going to have much of a change with that for a while. It's not always going to stay this way, but it feels like there's this boundary now. Bam. I get that with the Hierophant. Like, boom, this is a boundary, and it feels like I don't really have access to negotiate. I don't have access to really even get information about why this boundary is here. At least not information that makes sense, in my opinion. I don't like it. I feel like you don't like it, but at the same time, it's a limited access boundary. It's not like, it's kind of like, I don't know, I keep getting like I used to have access to the whole house, and now I can only access half of the first floor. Can't go downstairs, I can't go upstairs, and only certain places on the first floor I'm allowed in. And it's kind of like I used to have full access, and I feel like I used to. That's how it feels. It's an analogy, but that's how it feels. Like, I used to be able to go anywhere I wanted in this house, and now I can only go first floor in these certain rooms, and that's it. I can go to the restroom, I can go in the living room, I can sometimes go in the kitchen if I'm a real good person, and that's it. That's it. So, I keep talking to this one, the boundary card. Like, it's like somebody's not letting you in. Somebody's not letting you do what you want to do. And it seems like this is the new contract. You want to balance it out. You want to start talking about it and kind of understand why this, why that. It's not the right time for that to get the answers that you really need. But it's more like to try to get that information now is going to cause more issues later. it's kind of like the situation isn't warm enough right now to really get what you want out of it. It's kind of like, you know, if you want to plant flowers, the ground's frozen. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of difficulty to do so, and it could actually become more of a problem. You might try to plant those seeds, but because of the way it happened, it may not work. So you may have a lot of difficulty trying, and it still may not work. The timing is not quite there yet, but I like this. The hourglass reminds me of balance, reminds me of Libra balancing things out. Not right now, but your time will come. Your time will come, just not right now. And it's also kind of like, you're thinking like, this is just how it's going to be, and I don't like it. It's kind of stifling and stale. The thing is that Knight of Pentacles is going to turn into the Knight of Cups later. It's going to take some time to get there. They're so far apart, it doesn't seem like they're going the same direction. And in fact, like, they aren't on these cards. Right now, they're not going. Things have to kind of turn around a little bit. Things have to develop. Whether we like it or not, patience is required. What is that? What is this? What is, okay, that's the Emperor, which can be a difficult energy for Libra to handle sometimes. Sometimes. What is Libra's connection to when this moment comes in? King of Fire, Temperance reversed. So things are not going to make sense. Be careful of how deep you get into this. Things are going to be all over the place. There's going to be a big problem that needs to get solved. But whatever's happening is not going to lead to anything substantial. This is like running around with your head cut off chickens. Said that wrong. Totally wrong. People are just running all over the place, and nothing makes sense. Nothing is going to nothing is making sense. It's like people... It's like if people are supposed to clean the house, but instead of cleaning the house, they just keep moving things from different room to different room to different room to different room. Nothing gets cleaned, and it's like organizing things or reorganizing things is not cleaning the house. That's not cleaning the house. This doesn't make sense. You're supposed to clean the house. Just taking 2 hours to move everything to different places, organizing it differently is not cleaning it. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. You probably, well, I keep getting like there's some aggression here, and it's kind of like I don't really want to get in the middle of that, and I'm questioning if it even matters, if there's boundaries, like there's limited access as it is. I do get that it's kind of aggressive too. I don't think that's really, like, it's putting you off, that there's the aggression is putting you off. Like, you know, the aggression, I'm not really a fan of that. And it's kind of like I could try to get involved, but does it even matter? Because they don't want my 2 cents anyway. Be careful of that mindset. It makes sense why you would feel that way, but be careful of it. They do need help. Give it time. They have to feel stuck. They have to find that they're stuck first. They have to realize that they're just reorganizing rooms. They're not really cleaning. They're not getting the outcome they need. Just moving things around is not cleaning the house, and something isn't working. Something isn't right. But I also feel like one of the reasons we're using this analogy is because to you it's going to be painfully obvious. Like, you know, get out a mop bucket, you know, clean some stuff, get a towel, clean it down, you know, sweep the floor, wash the windows, you know, squeegee them. To you, it's like, obviously, you're not cleaning, you're just moving things around. They're like, but it is cleaned. Look, it looks better. It doesn't smell better. It's dusty. It's not okay. Like, it doesn't look better. You think it looks better, but now you can see the spots where there was something because there's a dirt outline, like, because the dust is there. To you, it's going to be painfully obvious. Luckily, you're also Libra. Libras are usually very diplomatic, and you know how to say things without upsetting people. You know how to get the point across without getting them more upset. They have to see that they're stuck first, and they're like, I don't understand, it just doesn't seem to be working out, I just don't get it. And then that's when you get to snap back in very carefully. Very careful. You're Libra, you're smart, you know how to do this. You tell them what they need to do, and then you just kind of put in there, if you need me to help, let me know, I don't want to overstep. If you need me to help, let me know, I don't want to overstep, just let me know. This is your moment. This is where the moment is going to start. Tell them what you think they should do and say, I can help, but I don't want to overstep. If you need me, let me know. I don't want to overstep. They have to realize they're stuck first. And then they have to see how valuable you are, because you see things differently than they do. You can help them be like, oh, try this. You see that, get that mop bucket out. Yeah, but you know, before you do that, decide where you want to mop. Sweep it first. Fill the mop bucket with water. Put some stuff in there, some of that cleaning solution, and squish it out. And mop this floor after you've swept it. Sweep it first. And I feel like you're kind of like, I'll help you if you want me to. I'll sweep it first for you if you want me to, but I don't want to overstep. I'm willing to do that. I'll sweep it for you first. Do you want me to sweep it? I'll do it. I just don't want to overstep. Libra, you're very diplomatic. You know how to say things. Typically, Libras know how to say things, in my opinion. If this works out correctly, and take it with a grain of salt, readings are for entertainment purposes only, you know how that goes. When they are stuck and they're just like, they don't like being stuck, and then either they're going to ask, or you're like, oh, do you need some help? I feel like for most of them, wait for them to ask. But also, I keep getting this, I don't want to overstep. If you want my help, I'll help. But I don't want to overstep. I don't mean to be that one. This is where the door starts opening. You'll get the tempo. You'll get the tempo. Find the rhythm. Find the tempo. Keep going with that. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. You will get re-access to the entire house again if you want it. You will get re-access if you want it. Make sure you want it. That's like a side thing. Just make sure you want it. It seems like it's harder to give up. It's harder to go back than it is. Like once you get access to a room, and then you're like, oh, I don't think I wanted access to this room. It's harder to get rid of access than it is to get it. So make sure you want. Make sure you get as far as you actually want, not farther than you want. Because I feel like it's harder to get rid of it. If for some reason it does feel that way, it's really hard to get rid of it. Once you have it, it's harder to get rid of it. Because whatever this is, the further you get in, the more you're going to see the cracks in the painting, whatever that means. This is like a full moon energy. Because I get Leo and Aquarius on this. This is the Strength card talks about Leo sometimes. The Aquarius card is also the Star card. This is full moon energy to me. There's a lot going on here. That's why I feel like they're saying, be careful. Be sure you want to get full access back before you get it. Just make sure you do. Just make sure you do. Because again, once you're in, it's hard to get out, is what I'm getting. And it's a little crunchy at times. And it may be in ways that you don't really want to deal with. This energy might keep returning. And I feel like this is an energy that usually Libra doesn't want to really deal with too much. If it's too aggressive and you're like, I'm not a fan of that, be careful. It says get your power back. Define what you want that to be before you get too far in. Like, this is about you getting your power back in a way that you want it. Like, you may not want full access back to this house. You might be like, I don't actually live in that house anymore. So, first floor, and because there's certain things in the basement I'd like to make sure are still working correctly, I would like access to the basement. The second and third floors and the garage, I don't need access to those because I don't want to go into the garage because I know that there's oil and junk in there that I don't really want to deal with. And on the second floor, that's all their bedrooms, and I don't need to know that type of stuff anyway. And on the third floor, that's the attic, and that's always been a creepy mess. And I never liked going in there, even when I did have full access to the house. So I don't need access to that either because I don't really want to have to deal with that. So it's kind of like, look at it that way. Yeah, once you're in, they're gonna, like, you may find like they're missing out on certain things and they don't want to let go. You're very helpful and they might get overly dependent. Keep an eye out for that too. You don't want somebody being overly dependent on you. It's hard to get away from people who like cling sometimes. It's kind of hard. So before it gets there, because they're going to see you as an asset and that you're really good, just be careful not to get too far in or too needed to the point where it's like, I feel like you're suffocating me and now I can't get away from you. Be careful of that too. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.